Hey everyone. So today we'll be talking about this lead code problem, words within two edits of dictionary. So you are given two string arrays, queries and dictionary, and you need to check whether the word present in the queries array is present in dictionary or not. And you are allowed to do two edits, a maximum of two edits. What it means is that if you consider this example, we have word over here in the queries array and we have dictionary over here we have wood. So the only character that is different when you compare this with this is R. So we can edit this, we can change this R to O and make it wood. And then it means that this string in the queries is present in the dictionary. And so we output it in our output array. Similarly, if you check this note over here and you compare it with all the strings in the dictionary array, if you compare it with wood, then with there are it will require more than two edits to make it equal. But if you compare it with joke over here, you can see that if you change N to J and T to K, then this note can be converted into this joke. So that is why this is present in the output array. Also, if you see this wood is already present over here, so you don't have to do any edits, and then we can show it in the output array. So basically what you need to do is you need to go and take the individual word string from this queries array, compare it with all the strings in the dictionary array and check whether a minimum of two edits, sorry, a maximum of two edits is possible to make this word match with any of the words in the dictionary, then that word is good for the output array. So basically this is a brute force solution. And over here you can see that we are told that all the letters are lowercase and all of them have the same length. Okay, so we can just do a brute force on this entire problem. First, you run a for loop on the queries, take each word, compare it with all the words of dictionary. The moment you find the matching word, you return it and then move on to the next word. All right, so let us jump into the solution for it. So let us first have an output array in which we'll store all the strings. So it will be of type string array. Okay, now we need to run a for loop. Let I equal to 0, I less than queries dot length and I plus plus. Okay, and we also need to run a for loop on dictionary. So for let j equal to 0, j less than dictionary dot length j plus plus. Okay, now what we can do is we can check if comparing the two strings. So if string compare, we can pass queries of I and dictionary of j. If this is true, then we can say that output dot push queries I. So that means this word in the query is present in the dictionary. Okay, and then we can break from this loop because we want to go and look for the next word in the query. We don't want to keep on checking all the words. So over here, what it means is that we take the first string over here word, we check over here in the dictionary. The moment we found its equivalent, we then directly break from this inner loop and start looking for the next word in the query string. Okay, so now we'll have to write the function for string compare over here. So what we can say is function string compare. We are passing two strings, so we can say query as is of type string and dictionary is of type string, and we need to return a boolean because we are checking over here. Now we need to check each individual characters from both the strings, and we know that both the strings have the same length. Okay, so we can say is that let length equal to q dot length. Now for let I equal to 0, I less than length I plus plus. Okay, so over here we say that we are going to run a loop on these individual characters. So first we check W with this W. Okay, if Q of I is not equal to dictionary of I. Because why we are doing this? Because we are told that we can do two edits, a maximum of two edits over here. Okay, so what we can say is we can say let edits be of type number which is equal to 0. So the moment we say, okay, these two characters are not equal, first two characters are not equal, what we'll say? We'll say edits plus plus. Okay, so we are allowed first edit. All right, we go to the next loop. We see the second string. We see W and W, O and O. Okay, both are equal. Fine. We come to the third one. We say R and O. All right, they are not equal. So we can edit R over here and make it into a O. So this is one edit is allowed. Okay. And then we are also allowed two edits. So we can check whether edits has not crossed 2. If it has crossed 2, that means we say that we'll have to also have a boolean. So let allowed which is of boolean type equal to true. We'll first initialize it directly to true, assuming that it is going to be allowed every time. And we pass here return allowed. Now over here in the loop, we have found that okay, there are more than two characters that are different. That means this is not going to be part of our output. So we say allowed equal to false and we break from this loop. Okay, and then we return allowed over here. So if it is false, we return false. If it is true, then we return true. Okay, then it comes over here. It says, okay, there are the words are equal and possibly more than maximum of two edits is possible for this. So we push it into the queries array. All right. So I think this has completed the entire code. Let me just run it. If see I have done any mistake. A function whose declared type is neither O or any must return a value. There is some issue. Mm, Yeah, we need to return over here the output after the for loop. So we return output. Oh, spelling mistake. All right, let's run again. and see if there are any mistakes. All right, so the test cases have been accepted. Submit. Okay, so we've got an acceptance. So basically, this was more of, a brute force approach wherein we had to go and check individual words and individual characters from these words.